What's going on, my PT peeps and my Walking Dead family? One Eye Bri back to talk about The Walking Dead Season 8 Whisper Bite Theory, Carl discussion. Yes, guys, there's a theory going around that I want to talk about. Obviously, spoiler warning, as if you don't know what we're talking about, you're not updated to the show, the comic, the series, all that good stuff, you don't know who the Whisperers are, or you just don't want this information, stop watching now. Spoiler warning. So, have you heard this theory? What do you make of it, guys? I'm interested to know your thoughts. Post your comments below. But if you can, hit that subscribe button. Help us achieve our goal of 100,000 subscribers. We're getting closer and closer every day because of awesome people that subscribe to the channel. Staying in the know by subscribing and getting notifications. Also, guys, I have a book series, Fight for Us. I have 4 books available now online, Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, all that good stuff. Link to book 1 is in the description of every video that we post. But let's talk about it, guys. So the theory is that a Whisper bit Carl, not a Walker. So for those who don't know what a Whisper is, we'll talk about that more later in the video, and I have other videos about it. But it's basically a person that dresses like a walker, but it's a person. So it's not an actual walker or a zombie. And I think that's BS about the theory. But the walker is biting Carl, not a Whisperer. This is a walker. The Whisperers haven't been introduced yet. It makes no sense for the Whisperer to bit Carl for a variety of reasons. We'll talk about why it doesn't make sense. So to me, it's a walker bite. It's not a Whisperer bite. It's nothing but anything there. And we don't see the bite happen on camera, which is total crap. It's a pathetic way of killing a character off. But I like the idea of it being a Whisperer. People are just reaching that it could keep him alive. But if a person bit him, he wouldn't get sick as much as a walker bit him. And he looks terrible. He looks like he's dying. He's got an infection. He's got the virus. He's going to die. In episode 809 will be the last time we see Carl. It's not going to be, maybe we see a flashback or something here and there, but the Carl character will not be around. That is clearly a walker bite. To me, it's obviously a bite, but what else would have bit Carl? I mean, it looks like Jim's walker bite back in season 1, just the other side, maybe a little lower, but it looks pretty much spot on exactly how it happened. Jim may be still alive, right? They just left him by the tree and he could come back. I mean, it is callback season, right? Probably not, even though this guy came back around to die the next episode. So we have some callbacks, we have some situations in season 8, and it's pretty great. But will Carl live? One more episode. We'll get one more episode out of Carl. He will be in episode 809. It'll be the final goodbye of Carl. Does he go out with a bang? Does Rick take him out? Does Michonne take him out? Someone's going to have to, because you don't want him to turn, right? You don't want to have zombie Carl around or walker Carl around, whatever you call it. And also the fact is that on Talking Dead, Scott Gimple said that his story is not over yet, but it's getting close to being over. 809 will be the continuation of the storyline and the last part of Carl. Carl Grimes will talk to Rick about saving the saviors. And also, here's another big clue, is that Chandler Riggs' dad, or somebody that's related to Chandler Riggs that runs the Chandler Riggs Dad's Zombie Road Trips, Riggs, Tours, and Autographs, wrote this: watching Gimple fire my son 2 weeks before his 18th birthday after telling him they wanted him for the next 3 years was disappointing. I never trusted Gimple, yada, yada, yada. And so, whoever wrote this, whether it's, Chandler's dad or mom, whoever, that you wouldn't have put this up if Chandler's going to live. He has any chance of living. Now, the Whisper bite theory is just someone holding hope that Carl lives. But unfortunately, it's not going to happen. And it sucks because Carl, whether you like Chandler Riggs or you don't or whatever, Carl Grimes is a big part of the show, and he deserved better than this sequence so far. And yes, I know he's not exactly dead yet. He will be dead in 809, but maybe he goes out in a big way. But I think the big thing is just saying the final goodbye and Carl trying to convince Rick to keep the Saviors alive. I mean, if you look where the bite is, it's pretty spot on where he got shot by Otis, right? I mean, it's just a little bit lower to the side. The bite's pretty much in the same exact spot, just an older, taller Chandler Riggs, Carl Grimes. But it just sucks because Chandler has done a good job with Carl, I'd say, overall. He's not the best actor by any means, but Carl's been through a lot, getting shot, had to kill his mom, had to do this, had to get shot again, had to get bit. He almost died several times. He got into this terrible fight with Ron. It was just pretty hilarious. But Carl lost an eye. I mean, it's just so many things that the character just has been through that to go out this way is so weak. And we didn't even see the bite. I don't care what anyone says. We did not see it. It was off camera. He didn't even scream or yell or whatever. And Carl, I think, just deserves better than this. He deserves to be alive on the show. And I don't know who had the final say about it. It was just pretty crappy. But you know, he survived the lineup and survived getting shot and survived all this stuff for him to be taken out by a walker. Besides the fact that the comic character has so much more of a story arc that people are saying now that they'll still have those just divided up amongst different characters. And I wish he got bit by a whisperer, by a person, basically a human bite. But there's nothing here that shows us that it's that. There's no inclination that it's a person, like the mask didn't fall off after Carl shot it or anything that you'd be like, oh man, this is a person underneath this. Or what's this all about? They would have had to give us more clues than that, but they didn't. So let's talk about the Whisperers a little bit. That's Beta, or a rendition of Beta. They're led by Alpha. They're basically people that pretend to be walkers to blend in with the walkers. They don't talk, they whisper. And it's Alpha, Beta, and Lydia in the comics. Will it be different on the show now that Carl's gone and the whole big thing? But they kind of look like that from the 706 walkers with Tara and Heath, where they kind of went to Oceanside. They kind of look like that, is why people thought, is this the Whisperers? But they don't bite people. They get closer to you. They hit you with a sword or a shotgun, or they shoot you, or they do something and they stab you. They don't bite you. They're not going to pretend to be walkers like that. They would pretend to get close to you to take you out. And for the fact that he's sick and dying and looks terrible is the fact that it's like, man, he's not going to make it. I mean, there's nothing that you can do after a walker bite. I would have rather him die in an explosion, burn up, catch fire, get stabbed, have more of an epic death, but they couldn't have Negan be the cause of it. That's what the whole big thing is. Carl dying throws a big wrench in everything, but Negan couldn't be responsible for that. Carl's actions got him killed by helping Sadiq. It has nothing to do with Negan whatsoever. So he's going to be safe from that. So Negan can still live, and that's what they want to do. They want to have Negan and Rick coexist. But I don't know. What do you make of it, guys? What do you make of the Carl situation in general? Some people don't mind Carl dying. Some people like it. Some people hate it. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people are signing a petition to get Scott Gimple fired. What's on this note? I guess he didn't survive. So he didn't survive somehow. And it's just a shame because he was just trying to help Sadiq and bring him back. If he never went there, he would have been safe. He would have been fine if he just stayed in the house like everyone's been telling him to do since he was a kid. If he stayed at Alexandria, if he never left and tried to do anything heroic like that. It's just frustrating because the future of the show without Carl isn't that big a deal, but it is a big deal at the same time. There's seasons that you see Carl for like 4 episodes, maybe 6 episodes, and that's it. But Chandler was getting older. The future of the show would be more and more Carl specific and storylines and, you know, highlighting the character more and more. And now that's gone. The whole Enid thing with Carl, it's just frustrating to me, guys. I know I said it in other videos, and I want to just hear your thoughts, guys. You can rant, you can say whatever, just be respectful and nice. It's just frustrating to me with the Carl Enid situation and the Carl and Rick situation, and it's going to change Rick for the worse. I mean, Rick's not going to be any better than this, and this was just false hope, I guess, of the future of what it was. Hopefully they rebuild Alexandria. Hopefully they have a way to coexist, but I think they're pushing it too hard. You know, the whole situation going forward in the future is that everyone has to work together. Well, the Saviors aren't making it any easier for everyone to work together. They want what you have. They want to take it and take, and nothing of the Saviors has been lost so far. We lost Carl, we lost Sasha, we lost Glenn, we lost Abraham, we lost Olivia, we lost Spencer. We're losing everybody on Rick's side, and now the big loss with Carl is just more frustrating. Puts it over the top. And I understand why people are pissed about the show and whatever here, so I still don't understand why this had to happen. And to me, even if Chandler Riggs wasn't going to be on the show anymore, if he was going away to college or this or that, or wanted to be on the show and they couldn't work out the money or contractual obligations or whatever, you could still cut Chandler out and bring in a new actor to play Carl after the time jump. So are we not getting a time jump now? Will the Whisperers not even come to the show for a while? How many seasons will it last? What's the future of stuff only Gimple and AMC knows? How about you guys? Post your comments below about the topics of Carl and the Whisperer bite and the theory and what you make of it. And if you're on Instagram or Twitter, guys, give me a follow at the PT channel. We post stuff all the time, pictures, cool stuff about my book series, Walking Dead community Facebook page and group, PT channel page. We post stuff there all the time, so stay in the know on all social media. Mystery boxes are going great. Message me if you want to get one. $38 free shipping. They're going quick, guys, so I'm trying to get them out before the holidays. We put out orders all the time. We mail stuff pretty much every day now, you'll get at least 6 to 7 items plus some bonuses, a lot of bonuses actually. My book series, Fight For Us, I said at the beginning, Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, Kindle versions, they're going strong. It's 4 books now. I wrote up the 5th book. I got to type it up and then edit and all that stuff, so it's going to take time for that. But the book series is pretty cool. It's a zombie apocalypse without the BS drama like in The Walking Dead that we're dealing with right now. It's awesome storyline about the zombie apocalypse, about my life, and just some stuff like that. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching, and you guys are awesome.